Let's watch this video and see the mess that Nigerians have gotten themselves into. We'll be right back for much more analysis.
In fulfillment of one of my constitutional duties, and with unyielding commitment to rebuilding Nigeria towards ensuring that we remain steadfast on the journey to a prosperous future, I hereby present the 2025 budget to the joint section of the 11th National Assembly. 10th? I wrote 11. Which means you are all re-elected.
It is finished. I say it is finished. Power no longer belongs to the people. We are no more practicing democracy. We are practicing autocracy. Nigerians no longer have the power to hold their leaders accountable. Everything has been hijacked. We are running hypothetically a one-party state. We don't have opposition anymore. There is no opposition party under this current administration. You can see the way Labour Party and other PDP lawmakers are decamping to the APC that everybody detests. What did they see in the APC that everybody detests, that they are decamping to the APC, especially the Labour Party? People wanted to, people were eager. People spent their time, their money, their sweat to make sure they come out and vote out the APC. After voting for Labour Party, their lawmakers are moving from the Labour Party to the party that people detested 2023. It shows that the people no longer matter in the scheme of things. And I pity people that are supporting the move of the president. He's telling the lawmakers that you're all re-elected. And they were happy, they were jumping, they were joyous. Look at their faces. Look at how it shows that these people, I've said it before, Nigerians don't matter in the scheme of things. Nigerians are not considered. When you shout tire. If they want to pity you, they carry a bag of rice and give to you. Look at any of these bills, any of the policies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, how it benefits the people. Even the student loan, you are going to pay back. The subsidy we are getting for free, they have taken it away. They took away subsidy for electricity. Now it is tax bill, all to take away from the people. The people are becoming more poor and poorer. And somebody is telling me that he knows how to play politics. Somebody is outrightly wicked to you and your generations, and you are clapping for him for using chains to bind your hand. You are being caged, and you are happy that the man is strong. He knows how to play politics. He knows what he's doing. The economy is in rumbles. Inflation is rising. It's skyrocketing. People don't have money to meet their needs anymore, and that is not your concern. But you are applauding somebody that is running an autocratic system of government. What is the difference between Tinubu and Abacha now? He doesn't work with opposition. They have made sure that the opposition is crippled. There's no opposition at all. Obida was speaking on the platform of the Labour Party. They injected their virus in the Labour Party. Labour Party now is in disarray, thanks to Abure and co. The more reasons why you see Labour Party lawmakers are moving from the Labour Party to the APC. What about the PDP? Ewike and Damagun is there to cause the damage. And Atiku and Obi, they are all looking. So they are folding their hands and they are looking. They are helpless. Tinubu has made sure that he impoverished the people. He reduced the purchasing power. The people have no power anymore. If there's another election, they will roll out funds. Funds they were supposed to use to better the lives of the people. They will roll out the funds for election and take your votes by force because you are hungry. APC members are happy. This man knows politics. Is the political jagaban and everything. Is it to your own benefit? Are you benefiting from this regime? I've said it. Even if you are Yoruba, the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not working for your interest. If he's really working for your interest, he doesn't have to explain too much. You see the dividends. His body language, you feel it that this guy is working for your interest. But because of tribe, because of party and religious affiliation, people are blinded. I've said it, the problem we have in Nigeria today is tribe, religion, and party politics. Because he's from your party, you cannot tell him that he's not doing well at all. I've said it that all these people that are commenting, Jagaban is doing well, Jagaban is doing well. There are some topics they don't comment on. When they see that Jagaban has failed in a particular policy, they will not comment on it. They will just avoid it. And they will start blaming the Igbos or Obedience or P2B. Look at what Jagaban is doing now. A one-party state, Nigerians are finished. And the problem is that most Nigerians, you see them speaking in support of the president. Who did this to us? I've said it, Nigerians need psychiatric, they need to check their mental, they are mentally sick. Nigerians are mentally sick. I've said it before that they are goats. I don't see any reason why somebody will be saying leave politics for bats. Is politics not about the welfare of the people? This thing he's saying now, how does it emanate into the welfare of the people, the betterment of the people? None of his policies, I say none of his policies has ever bettered the life of the APC, Ronu, and conservative. You see, the only people that will gain from a government are people that are working directly with that government. A corrupt government fighting corruption. Are you okay? Some Yorubas know that. Somebody told me that he knows that Tinubu is criminal, is a thief, but he will vote him. Don't you think that is mental? Is a mental problem? You know that somebody is going to make your life miserable, but you vote him. The person will give you money. Go and buy chain. Go and buy chain. Let me chain you. They will collect the money. Go and buy chain, and will be praising him. He will carry the chain and chain them. APC supporters, APC Ronu, APC conservative. We know that, but Bola Ahmed Tinubu is playing games 2027. But we are very sure that the people's vote do not matter at this point in time. Because Nigerians are demoralized more than ever before. Nigerians, watching that video alone, most people that wanted to vote in 2027 will say there's no need for us to vote. They will not come out and vote. Tinubu is playing on the minds of the lawmakers and Nigerians. He's sending a message to lawmakers that, yes, we can help you secure a second term, which the lawmakers want much more than anything. They cannot sacrifice their position for the betterment of the people. Instead of it to be better for the people, let me become a lawmaker. That is what they want. But when they are campaigning, they will say, we want to make life easier for the people, better for the people. If there's an offer, if there's a position, if they tell them that if you lose your seat as a lawmaker, there's something, a project that is coming that will better the lives of your constituents. The only condition is that you as a lawmaker, you lose your seat. Most lawmakers would prefer that that project does not come to their constituency. Rather, they should be in that place collecting salaries and siphoning their projects from their constituency project. You see how they are all happy, clapping their hands because of second term. Some of these Labour Party lawmakers that they come to the APC, it is about second term. It's about their personal interest. I've told you this system, no matter how you do it, the system can never benefit the average Nigerian. Can never. I will never pity an average Nigerian. Some politicians, people are abroad, people that are following Nigerian politics will be looking at us and be laughing. Nigerians are premium goats. Premium goats. Even sheep self, I think sometimes goats can, if you beat goat can nod you back. Nigerians are sheep, bleating sheep. For you to support what just happened at the National Assembly shows that it's either you know what you are doing, you are supporting evil intentionally, or you have a mental problem, you have a mental issue. It is not about obedience. Sometimes when I speak to these APC supporters and they don't have any argument anymore, they'll now be looking at Obi, Omoibo, Obi. That is not the That's not the issue. The legacy that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is leaving in terms of governance, somebody else will come and will copy that template of capturing everybody and everything to his own advantage. Even as Buhari, as Abacha as he is, he didn't do like this. So if Tinubu were to be a military president, nobody will speak at all. It will be worse than Abacha. If Tinubu were to be a military president, even this civilian regime is becoming worse than a military regime. Nobody, people that come out to speak, somehow they are arrested. Look at that one that spoke against the policeman, the activist, the Showore camp activist. Yes, she's in custody. Look at Dele Farotimi. That is a precedent that the current regime is setting. A precedent of lawlessness. A precedent that infringe of the rights of the people. You know, in a jungle, it is the strongest that prey on the weakest. That is what's just happening. If you are strong enough to prey on your next neighbor, you are allowed. There's no law, there's no justice, there's no to hold your leaders accountable. There's nothing like holding leaders accountable. There's no provision for that. The police is on standby, the DSS is on standby, EFC is on standby, judiciary is on standby, the legislative has been captured as you speak. So everybody will follow Tinubu because he says that your second term is secured. Does that make sense? And some people call that politics. That is stupidity. That is not democracy. Democracy, there's always disagreement. Although majority carries the vote, but there's room for opposition. But in a government where there's no room for opposition, people can't stand up and speak, can't stand up and protest. When last are Nigerians willing and wanting to come out to protest? After the end bad governance protest, after over 20 people were killed, many were arrested, most of them children, they put fear in the minds of the Nigerian people. And as weakling as they are, nobody's. The last time Showore talked about protest for Dele Farotimi, how many people came? Nobody's willing to come. Chicken is now 50,000. Onions, small onions that they sell 15 before is now 200. You cannot cook a meal. You cannot feed your family. Families are going hungry. You see, it is becoming a pandemic of hunger. And these politicians, they don't care about you. Tinubu is not careful whether Nigeria is burning. I thought he's interested in spending 8 years. That is most on his list. Secure the political space, and 8 years, sure for him. After 8 years, he puts a stooge. You think old men change? Old men don't change. Old men mature in their attitude. If an old man is a criminal, he will become a matured criminal. They don't change. So it's not like a young person that can adjust. These guys are old guys. Their day-to-day activities is criminality, corruption. They can't change. And when somebody who is greedy, who is corrupt, he doesn't think about you, he thinks about himself. And these are politicians, they know how to play the game. If they are taking 100 billion, they give you 50 million or 500 million. 500 million or 50 million. They will make sure that they convert the other 99.5 billion for themselves. These are the people you carry the key of treasury because of tribe, because of religion. You just want to destroy the future of your children. You carry the key of Nigeria's treasury and put in the hands of a man that has a track record. Even his governor, Ambode, made a statement about the same man. Do you want to take everything? Must you take everything? And some of these APC supporters, they know the story. While we were in Lagos, we knew the story. At the secretariat, they were whispering it. What Ambode was saying about Tinubu. And this is the person that you carry the key of the treasury and you give. How is it going for you now? I used to do this analogy. Before, you used to spend 100 naira for transportation. Now you are spending 500. The government has succeeded in taking 500 from you. How is it so? How is it so? I use the analogy of, okay, when Buhari was president, maybe I earned 40,000 in a month, and my transportation is 10,000 naira. Remaining 30,000 for me. My transportation is 10,000 naira, and I have 30,000 for feeding and other expenses. Now Tinubu came in I removed subsidy. Removing that subsidy, I started spending 20,000 on transportation or more after the removal of subsidy. So Tinubu has succeeded in taking 10,000 from me every month. Every month. Okay, 20,000. I used to spend money for food. Out of the 30,000, I used to spend money for food, maybe 25,000 for food, or 20,000, because it was even really hard during Buhari time. That is the reason why people wanted to vote out APC, because of the hardship. Before Tinubu came and made it harder. Maybe I spent 20,000 for food, and I have 10,000 extra. Tinubu came in, and with the petrol and the skyrocketing of everything, with the unification of Naira and everything, from 20,000, I'm now spending 30,000. So I have a deficit of 10,000 Naira. So I collect 40,000. Tinubu entered. I started spending 20,000 from 10,000. I started spending 20,000 on transportation, and for feeding 30,000. So I have to borrow 10,000 to augment, or I have to tell my employer, increase my salary. Most employers have sacked their workers because they could not meet up. So Tinubu succeeded in taking my whole 30,000 from me. 30,000 from me. So every month I give Tinubu 30,000. Because of his policies, I lose 30,000. Not to talk of electricity, other utilities. Not to talk of the 15 that they collect on your transactions. Not to talk of how different companies will be adjusting to the current situation of the country. You used to buy Pepsi 150, 200 then. Now Pepsi is 450 Naira. Look at all these things that are skyrocketing. You were just spending your 30,000 JJ and you were saving 10,000. Tinubu came and he took everything and you are owing extra. He's not okay with that. Another tax bill. The tax, collect. And you say you are okay. And you say your head is correct. And you say you are not a goat. No. What now are Nigerians gaining from this current administration? They only want to make lives harder for you. And when they make lives harder for you, they get themselves cars, they get themselves private jet, everything. They are comfortable. They don't lack anything, but Nigerians are sleeping under the bridge. People cannot pay their house rent. People are living there from a flat. They are going to one room because they cannot meet up. Children are not going to school anymore. Universities, they cannot pay for their children universities. They cannot send their children to universities. They cannot afford anymore the university of their choice. Things becoming hard. Pressure, breadwinners, the pressure is too much. Husband and wife, nobody, the marriage is not sweet anymore because there's no money. All because somebody wants to become president and is increasing the suffering of the people, and yet the people are clapping because some of them are getting the little crumbs. Now, if they want to share rice, the same people that are praising Tinubu, the rice may get to them because they have a link, or they have a brother working in government, or they are working in secretariat, or they are in the local government. They are APC party. They are gaining one way or the other. That's why you see them. They go online. They start praising. But is a strategist. A strategist that does not benefit the people but himself. I've said it that Nigerians, they need mental. See, they are mentally. Sometimes I am short of words. I've said it that this system will not work. 2007 is a no-go area. No election 2007. We all know it. I've said it before and before. Before even Asiwaju won the election, I said he was going to win the election. I saw the handwriting on the wall. And I've said it plenty times that he's going to spend 8 years. Because if you know who Asiwaju is, you people don't know. All this one you're seeing is small. I'm somebody that is an intuitive person. Sometimes when I look at you, I get so many things from you. I've studied, I free education. I was privileged to have a free education under Tinubu's administration as Lagos State government. And I studied the way he ran politics in Lagos. You don't know who Tinubu is. If you know who Tinubu is, I tell you that if it's possible, he might spend 12 years. The more reasons why we said, if you give the presidency to this man, he's going to destroy everything. I'm all about the people. I'm not about these top class guys. I'm not about them, because the system, we need a revolution that needs to flush these guys, because if they are there, nothing will change. The people that destroyed our electricity, the people that destroy our oil sector, the people that destroy the economy are the ones we are still hoping that they will change the country. Is it possible? Is it madness? Are we okay? Are we? What is wrong with Nigerians? What is wrong? The only thing that Nigerians can do is that they should start looking for things they can do. They should man, it seems we are lost. We are lost. Somebody says he knows what he's doing. We are lost. He knows what he's playing on the mentality, on the psychology of Nigerians. He's playing on your psychology. He wants you people to be weak so that you not come out and vote 2027. This is my advice. My advice is that P2B and co, and whoever that wants to, is interested in becoming president, because I know of a sure that Tinubu might be the end of Nigeria. I know of a sure. So let me just give you this advice for free. If they don't overhaul the INEC, the judiciary, and the police, no show for you. Tinubu does not care. Let the whole Nigeria go down. Half of Nigeria go down for him to become president. He is okay to rule over ashes. So far, he is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. And he has some people that are following him, that he's giving 1 or 2 pebbles. He's not concerned about. If these people cannot push a movement to reform all these agencies and institutions, my brother, there's nothing you can do. The next person that will come will be much, much worse than Tinubu. He will copy the legacies of Tinubu. The legacy Tinubu is living is autocracy, one-party system, and manipulation, disrespect for the rule of law. The politics that Tinubu is playing is dangerous for an average Nigerian to benefit. You can never benefit. Instead, you become a pauper. Tinubu wants to turn Nigerians to Almajiri, and it seems Nigerians deserve the kind of leaders they get, because nobody is willing to stand up and die for what he believes in. People are afraid. Look at what police is doing to everybody. People are afraid. Nobody is willing to sacrifice his life. And the more you are afraid to do what you need to do, the more you become a coward. And cowards die many times before they are dead. Most Nigerians are cowards. When I see people that are saying are hailing, but I saw them in the house, they are hailing Tinubu. I said, these are, in quotes, the best of Nigerians. And nobody Jesus. People that went to school, PhD. Thank God though, some of us are wise. They used to deceive us those days that I'm a professor, I'm a PhD, I'm a master. You are Olo though, you are an ignorant person. You are just someone that can rehearse or cram what some other persons have discovered. The whole of the South, the whole of Nigeria, what have they invented? What have they added to this life? The Oyibos are there inventing, doing 1 or 2 things. What have you added? Yeah, I say I'm a professor, I'm a PhD. Something somebody discovered. You are going to study what somebody discovered, invented, and tell me I'm a professor. I'm this or that. You are deceiving yourself. See, there's no remedy for all these things. Nigerians need to change the system. It's high time that we all resolve that this system must be changed. And it is revolution. The only thing that can change the country, you see, you cannot change this kind of system without revolution. You cannot change this kind of system without saying, let's protest. Nobody's going to listen to you. You need to take your destinies in your hands.